Wonder if my mic sound is better now, because I finally found that it had been turned a bit too low. On Windows's end, but right now it seems to be that I need to turn it down a bit. It's in the yellow now. It's relatively high even now. Gets into red. Okay, cool. Anyway, game dev time. Visual novel. Frog thing. Cat is screaming, yelling at the door because he wants outside. But that's not what you hear, probably. Visual novel. Okay, let's see that. I hear that my sound is okayish on the stream. So, what's up now? Let's maybe play some dark and eerie music. Where's my bog monster playlist? I created a new track there as well. So here it is. The track isn't added yet. It is. Okay. And 2 more videos are disabled from it. I do hate that I don't see what kind of videos were taken down whenever I lose some in my playlist, and then I don't remember. I need to pack it up or something. Anyway, this is my new track for Frog Monster game thing. Eerie music. Cheers. Let us make it eerie. AF. I'll also change the background, the thumbnail, YouTube thing. How many sessions has it been? I think it's been how many sessions has it been though? Let's check. I have a playlist for this game dev thing. 5. It's been 5 sessions. Cool. So this is the sixth one. Making, I'll add a description to YouTube, making of dark and eerie VN thing about Estonian folklore and its hidden monstrous depths. Nice. I find that appealing. Who wouldn't? Okay, let's restart the hub. Can you also hear this? I added a slight tone of a more major scale for a moment there, exploring different stuff. Dark music doesn't only need a minor scale, it just can be, it can have contrast throughout different scales. But yeah, I just made this track in like, I don't know, 15 minutes. So it's not the best, but it's basically like live improvisation with a cool sound. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked getting into the vibe. Inspirational 15-minute music. Okay. I think that's good. Let's get into Frog. Also, display capture. Bow. This is the track playing, slowly rising from the marshes. By me. Still have a cough and I'm feeling a bit shitty, but drinking tea and listening to happy music. Happy thoughts. Happiness sparkling all around the bog, monstrous path. Serenity. 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 So, let's see what we got. Last time we tried to... Damn it, I liked where this went. Good stuff. Anyway, let's just play. I think we had problems with implementing the logic last time around. What was the logic? I don't remember. Also, why the picture from the background doesn't fade away? I don't remember. Let's disable the music for now. Persistent canvas. Let's just do this. Okay, what was the chicken fight ending was the thing we wanted. Didn't work. It had a very specific condition, I think. Yeah, I made that thing for Kanames, who might be watching later. Who knows? Anyway, let's open the inky thing. Ooh, I like where I was going with the style. This is not mine. This is random, but it fits very well. Can I add that? Like. So we added chicken fight. Kana vaatab sind vihaselt, oled hävitnud eluga nüüd hävinenud risk. Let's not swear. Swearing in Estonian. So, this weird logic here. If number of things eaten more than 2, scene shifted ending 1 chicken S. Okay, and that scene was what? Let's see. Ending one chickeness, okay. So, and the preconditions were... Let's also close Steam. Then we can have this here. One against chicken. And it ends. Okay, it looks good. So if you have eaten enough to be able to battle the chicken, you will win. And else, if you have not eaten enough, you lost. But why didn't this work though? Chicken options. Why did it go into chicken options? Okay, this is weird. Basic action choice into chicken options. So basic action choice is where? Here? Okay, scene options is then rather chicken options. Chicken options is here. Cool. So it will... Will either breathe fire to the chicken, eat the chicken, illusion the chicken. Why did this not work though? Can I demo this? Why doesn't this work? Oh yeah, there was some weird thing where... If it had some stuff like external functions, like this, and it referred to that, then it won't run here, which is weird. Anyway. Chicken fight, where did that trigger? In the farm? Okay, if you've eaten enough, then ending. If you've eaten too little, then ending. If none of these are true. They go to the chicken fight. Number of things eaten, number of things eaten +1. Are you eating Boolean? False. Farm bar eaten true. Cool, so let's try that scenario and see whether we can like console log something to make it work. Kuna vaatab sind vihaselt, oled hävitanud elukoha, no! Let's eat. Eat, you eat the what? Chicken. The music kicked in at the right time. So this should end in lost chicken, B. But why doesn't it show? It shows a starting canvas. It shows a persistent canvas with nothing. And this thing. Kana kaotus. Where was Kana kaotus though? Should I maybe save this? Kana mitte mees surnud. Maybe I didn't save the right name? Huh. Okay. Scenes. We opened the ending Lost Chicken, I guess. Oh, it gets too close, maybe? That's maybe it. Ending Lost the Chicken and it spawns way too close. Maybe. And this doesn't spawn in the right place, maybe? Is that positioned... that's positioned correctly, I think. Sort order. Maybe do 0. Okay, let's save. Okay, that works. That kind of works. Why? What is this overlay? Main camera? Canvas? This thing? Why does it have a blue screen? Is it the don't destroy and load? Showed it for like a brief second. Oh, maybe there's something here. So it shifted to ending one chickeness or lost chickeness. And then it went to here. And then it ended. Maybe that's the issue. Oh yes, 1. Let's try him. No! No! What is this blue screen? What? Copilot Pro? No, I don't want that. Oh, maybe I didn't add them to the build settings. Let's check. I did. Chicken shit does load correctly though. What could it be? Let's maybe debug log something. How was debug logging here? This thing. Okay. Okay, can that make me understand why? Nice! So, it was all about the audio listeners. So, for some reason, the audio listeners were like crashed something or something. Cool. So, it did work. Okay, now to actually make some stuff better. Can we maybe add better buttons to the thing? Also, I'll make it play my music. My music. Or Helena Tulvas music. Helena Tulvas music. So, what I am not understanding is... Actually, I am understanding this. This shows not on the full screen because the resolution is lower. Or like the... what's it called? Not resolution, but still resolution. Anyway, the picture is just smaller. That's why the background shows. And don't think I want to just disable the starting canvas altogether. No reason to. Anyway, let's make the buttons prettier. They look awfully ugly. So right now they're nested, tucked inside dialog box, or I think so. Dialog text, choice holder button, le button. Was this a prefab? Button prefab. Where are prefabs? Here? No? Actually, where are prefabs? Get that. No, not here. Definitely not there. Resources, maybe? Yeah. Choice button. Not but. Come on. Video player. So, let's change choice but to actually have a nice UI sprite. How to make one though? Target graphic, choice button 1. Source image, where is this? Yeah, this is the weird background. Assets choice button. Okay, let's just download some pre-made assets. Unity, dark, medieval, folk, button, asset. Maybe. Nope. This is not what I wanted. Here's buttons, but yeah. Button. I don't want simple, I want dark. Dark button. Let's go. Am I not logged in? I should ask for a dark button from someone to have original art. I'll actually ask that straight away. I don't want to pay 32. Ugh, whatever. Okay. Let's ask artist people. Artist guises for buttons. So, if we don't have buttons yet, we're waiting for the artists to deliver. What should we do? What's the next best thing? Let's maybe add some stuff in that the artist already added. Or add some logic. I'm happy that this worked though. This is weird. I would have expected to see my debug logs. Does that not work? Or was debug logging somehow different? Pretty sure that's how you call a function. Yeah. whatevs. I know. It's called the debug log after going into this, so the debug log actually didn't get called out. It didn't read even. And here, why it didn't read, I don't know. No clue. Let's check what art we have for the game. Also, we were considering some more logic about how those illusions work. I was also thinking of that. See whether we have some more cool artwork that needs to be implemented. It's good, destroys everything. Destroys everything, maybe. That's an interesting ending. You can probably show it here. So if you destroy everything, it's the destroys everything ending. Doesn't that make sense? So for now, I don't think I can make these into a video, but I guess I'll wait for L to just put them together into a video. I like how the granularity of the texture here works. That's super nice. Love the artwork of both L and Erm. And Tintin, but Tintin hasn't made this game yet. But L and Erm definitely know their Estonian art references. Anyway. Let's just put that in as a still. So basically we need logic in case we destroy stuff. Also, we need maybe an achievement system to show how many endings were there in place, and a title screen and an ending screen. How to create a start menu. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at setting up our main menu. So this is going to be in a brand new scene. So let's go down to...
Actually, I think I know how. I just create another scene, which is the menu scene. It should work, right? Why was this completed just now? Why did it run now? Interesting. Also, this resembles Morrowind music for some reason. I like this. It's Lepo Sumero, but it's really Morrowindian. There were such themes in the, like, when going to the first, or like going through the first desert area, kind of ish. I should play Morrowind some more. Lepo Sumero is so good. Such good music. This is just like, this makes my ears just full of happiness. Anyway, we create a new scene, I guess. I fucking love this shit. This is so Morrowind. When was this created? Like far before Morrowind, right? Symphony number 2, Lepa Sumera. Let's check that out. Lepa Sumera 50 until 2000, I think. Yeah, this is definitely before. Symphony number 2, year 84. This is definitely before Morrowind. Morrowind stole Lepa Sumera's work. Or style, or whatever. It had its own melodies and stuff, but this style is very, very heavily reminiscent of what later was done in Morrowind. They're like very much the same. Love this though. I can't really concentrate on anything else if this is going on. This is such lovely music. Absolute peak music. Ah, so good. Anyway, we were gonna create a new scene, I guess. Title screen. Actually, maybe the persistent scene should be the title screen. We don't actually need the title screen separately. It can just run on the persistent screen. Just the canvas is... Ooh, our artist or Hingagivi on Instagram is saying he would like to try to do the UX stuff. That's super awesome. Let's go. Fuck, I love this music. So freaking good. Ah, Lepa Sumera. Brilliant. Yeah, let's have image 2 be this thing. Let's rename it. Title screen. Okay, only problem is the buttons are and the story is instantly running from Inky. There should be one before that. Northern Frog. So before this text, there should be a start button somewhere. big ass start button. And we better make the inky stuff come out later than start button. How does it work that the inky stuff gets actually initialized? Let's try to check this out. All wipe coded. Fudge. Trying to communicate styles with the artist. The stuff Tintin made was actually pretty good. Okay, just talking to the artist, giving them some inspirational pictures. You can't tell me this isn't Morrowind. I'll also draw some reference art myself for the thing. Let's draw an E. Let's draw my initials in dark folklore. Whatevs. How did I do this? I used to try to do this. Not sure. Let me just freestyle for a moment. E. This is like a folkish pattern. Then with something like this. I think I had a better one. Something like... No, I don't think that was it. Let's just have this, 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 this. This, this. Something like that. So let me just try to give instructions to the artist on the UX. Okay, can't find it right now. Ooh, I do feel quite shitty right now, though. So let's see. Inky gets story script from story. Where is that located? In on updating. Mouse button down. So display next line is if you just click and you see lines. That's good. Current choices count 0. Yep. Makes sense. So, but that means that the story script is running. Get mouse button down. Scene video raw image. Yeah, this makes the video player stop. Yeah, makes sense. Load story. Change name. Why did I do this though? I haven't used that shit. Okay. Scene shifter, that I can understand. Oh, I did it because of a tutorial, I think, yeah. Background change. Background change thing didn't work for me, but yeah. Need to try to change that soon. Debug log. Debug message. Display next line. So on load story, it displays the next line. Okay. Maybe it displays next line only after you click the first button, rather. Not on load story. Where is load story called though? Load story is called here on start. Okay. Canvas sorting order. Some debugs. Scene video raw image is not null. Enabled. False. What? Why? If scene video raw image is not null. If there is a scene video raw image, then you disable it? What? Vibe going shit. If scene video player is not null. Scene video player stop. Oh, okay, so this is just makes the start. Just stop everything. And then after stopping anything that might have been left running. Here's some debugs. Initial video, system array find, scene videos. Mapping, scene name. Initial scene. Yeah, this is all for debugging, I guess. Okay, but the important part is that the story is loaded. Let's maybe not load the story. Let's make it that you load the story only when you press a button. Let's think. How's scene swapping done? Scene something. Scene swap? No. Scene change? No. Change scene? No. Oh, there's so many scenes. Scene shift routine. What the naming conventions? Ugh. Scene shift routine. Holy shit, the vibe coding in this. Background change, I could not make this work. Could work on that. Play scene video looping. Scene. So the important part is probably scene shift routine. Why is it an enumerator? I don't know. Okay, that's it. So scene shift routine, and where is it called? Start coroutine. The vibe coding in this is a bit too strong. Loaded scene is valid, or not load scene is loaded. Not load scene is valid, or not load scene is loaded. What? Okay, this is probably the thing. Scene manager dot set active scene, loaded scene. Scene manager is something inbuilt, right? It's like a Unity thing. Yeah, it is. Get I can see name. Why am I doing this here? Just for... This is just for debugging. Unload scene async. So let's see. I do get the external function sometimes. Where is the external function? Load story. Scene shifter. It goes to scene shift routine. And it takes the scene name and uses that. Okay. So basically I need to call scene shift routine. But this is co-routine with the inky stuff that's running. Story. So each time it scene shifts, it starts a co-routine? Why? So maybe just start it off with a different scene altogether. I guess update. Update goes into play immediately, once per frame. Dialog box get component in parent canvas. So the parent of dialog box is the canvas. If canvas is not null, canvas sorting order 100. So that's dialog box gets shown on top of others. I mean, maybe the easiest thing is to just change the layout a bit. Choice holder gets bigger. Why can't I change it? Ah, I need to change it here? Somewhere? That's not it. That's choice. Dialog box itself gets bigger. Let's have it be on the lower half of the screen fully. Now let's have choice buttons, but choice holder gets to be bigger and the buttons get to be much larger. I can't do that. Why? Maybe because choice holder is layout, grid layout, and I need to have this larger or something? Yeah, that might work. 500 and 300. No, let's have 90. That kind of works. Position X. Maybe let's do 100. Nah. I don't know. And the very first choice you have is to the very first choice you have is to go into start game. This is not how it should be though. There should be a button that initiates this load story thing. Only that button initiates it. That makes more sense, but this is a hack and it still probably works. Yay, the frog. Start game. Rawr. Okay, that should definitely be different. Dialogue text should be bigger and wider and maybe a bit lower. And 42, maybe? I don't know. Yay, start game. Start game. Rrr. Waking, slow, the bog everywhere. Feel a hunger. Believe to find food. Yeah, the background doesn't change. That's a shame. So start. Start game should actually lead to scene shifter doing stuff. Maybe like this. Let's have it go to I don't know. Actually, just let's do this thing. Why should we have this? Start game, waking slow, the bog everywhere. Okay, let's actually undo that. Scene shifter. Which scene do we want to go to? Cabin S, maybe? Let's try. Yay, start game. Scene shifter. It's definitely not how it should work. It should maybe do without these. Does that work? Yeah, it shifted. We can have it go to seaside scene, I guess. Okay. I think this scene without the Northern Frog pictures should come up. So let's make a new scene, I guess. Awakening scene. So awakening scene has a canvas. UI canvas, and we definitely disable audio. Do we have an appropriate picture? Start screen. Maybe. this thing. On the canvas we should create a picture, I guess. To the objects, no? Where are the pictures? I really need to go and have a shit after all these spicy foods I've eaten. Image, okay. Okay, it has an image. Where is the image though? I can see like any image to create. Sprite mask, tile map, physics, sprites. Empty? UI, oh, of course. And it goes to awakening scene. And awakening scene is added to the profiles. Nice. Now oh, it's a small image. Okay. Okay, let's try now. Okay, next we need to cool. Next we need to create like a logic for making illusions happen. But yeah, anyway, now off to the shithouse. See you later.